We've told you about the needless deaths of these two babies, and now we've received no good answer to our questions asking why they were not protected. Tonight, 7 News investigator John Ferrugia tells us the Department of Human Services is getting an intervention, all because of our investigation.
State officials are directing Denver Human Services to conduct an outside independent review of its procedures in child safety. Now, this comes after our ongoing investigation has uncovered serious errors in safety procedures and questionable risk assessments that have put some children in jeopardy and failed to prevent 2 deaths. DeAnthony Heron was beaten to death. His father is charged with murder. Natalie Skinner Hurst also beaten to death. Her mother charged and now in jail.
This is a significant intervention. I can't recall asking the county to bring in outside consultants to assist.
Julie Crow is the Deputy Executive Director for the State Department of Human Services. She says our ongoing investigation of DHS, including questions we have raised about DHS failures in child deaths, lack of supervision of caseworkers, and failure to do proper background checks, has now prompted the state to force an outside review.
You certainly brought a number of things to our attention, highlighted a number of important issues, and we appreciate this.
And that prompted CDHS to send this letter last month to DHS Director Penny May outlining what should be reviewed by the outside expert.
I will say that we're all seeing problems and concerns.
According to the letter, those concerns include casework completed by the supervisor involved in both the child deaths as well as the caseworkers to ensure there's no pattern of concern across or within cases. A review of the entire assessment process with a long list of issues, including that necessary background checks completed and that safety and risk assessment forms are completed accurately. As we previously reported, according to the latest review, DHS is properly completing only about 55% of risk assessments in compliance with the state law.
You're right. Historically, the caseworkers have not completed the risk assessment tool accurately to the degree that we would like.
That was pointed out in our reports, raising questions about how DHS could have given Michael Heron custody of the baby he is now charged with killing, given such a long history of mental illness and violence, a history DHS knew about.
Training supervisors, adding coaching, I think there's just a number of pieces, and there isn't just one thing.
And Crow says that's true for counties statewide, whereas we've reported risk assessments are far below what they should be. But the immediate focus is Denver.
We asked them to do this. They agreed to do it. I think there's a willingness on their part to look at all of their practices.
DHS has now solicited bids from 2 separate outside contractors and given them a scope of work to be completed. Now, that includes examining the actions and the procedures of the supervisor who oversaw the 2 cases where children died. Now, once the outside entity is selected, the review should begin immediately. So far, no estimate of cost. I'm 7 News investigator John Ferrugia.